So for today's project, we're going to be making a Plants vs. Zombies shirt. My younger son is obsessed with Plants vs. Zombies. He plays the game, reads the book, knows all the zombies, all the plant names. So we're going to be doing a design like that, and I'm going to be using this shirt from Walmart. It's by Wonder Nation, extra small for 45-year-olds, and it's a cotton poly blend. And I'm also going to be using this Avery dark t-shirt transfers for dark fabric. I've actually only used dark transfer paper. I kind of like the white background, and I think it makes the design a little more, I guess, bright with the white background. But I did also buy it for light just to see. But the first thing we're gonna do is measure the shirt, and it is about 12.5 inches wide and 15 inches long. And I'm thinking, just to make it easy, I'm gonna max out the Cricut print and cut width, which is 6.75 inches. And I think that'll be perfect for a shirt this small. Yeah, so I'll take you to Design Space and show you what we're gonna do. So this is the design that I'm gonna show you how to recreate. You can totally make any design that you want. I'm just showing you like an example of what I'm making or what my son wants to make, because I let him choose all the plants. So these are his favorite plants, and he didn't want any zombies. And I'll show you the package that I bought from Etsy. It was actually really cool. It has pretty much all the zombies, all the plants, I think, that I know of. I could be wrong. I'm not an expert on Plants vs. Zombies, but it looks like a decent amount of them. And the files are really good and clear. And it also came with this background and the fonts. So I thought it was a really good deal, because not all of them come with the fonts. And I think it was only $3. I'll link it down below. The only thing was the fonts are not an actual font. They're all PNG files, so to make his name I had to do it a different way, and I'll show you that later. But so I uploaded all his favorite ones that he picked. So I'm just gonna select all the plants that he chose and the logo and add it to canvas. And this one's really huge, so we're gonna resize it. And I'm gonna resize the logo to 6.75 inches. And it works out because it's a small shirt, and that's the width of the print and cut, or the maximum width. So now I'm just gonna rearrange all the characters, and I'm gonna flip some, so some are facing inwards or the other way, and they're all facing kind of inward or towards the center. So I'm just continuing to resize and adjust and send some to the back, move some forward to get a nice feel, like a cohesive feel to this design. So now I'm gonna select the whole thing and attach it. And now we're gonna work on the offset. I love this feature. It's gonna make the design have a nice smooth finish. And since the Etsy package came with backgrounds, we can add that on to the offset. And it just makes it look a little more professional, a little more fun. And I don't want the offset to be too thick, but just thick enough so that we don't have this hole in the middle. So I'm just gonna keep adjusting until that hole disappears. Okay, so that'll work. And I don't want it black, so I'm gonna click up here and then go to patterns. And I already uploaded these two patterns. I'm going to use the yellow one. And you can also edit the patterns. You can make it smaller, bigger, move it around, but this will work for me. So I'm going to attach these two together and flatten it so they print out in one sheet. And then it got a little bigger, so I'm going to readjust to 6.75 again. And then we're going to add the bigger box. So I'm going to unlock and make it 6.75 by 9.25, and that's the print and cut maximum dimensions. And when I did this, I noticed I had a bunch of extra space, so I did the Erickson at the bottom, and I'll show you how I did that. So we're going to go into Canva, and I'm going to just use poster. I just want a blank one. And since the font came as all these separate PNG files, I just uploaded the ones I needed. And I'm going to resize them to 3.0 or 3.1 height. So I'm just going to do that for all the letters and then put it in his name. Don't got nothing left to say. Now I'm running far away from you. Okay, once I have them all lined up, I'm going to select all and group them together. And then we're going to download it as a PNG file with a transparent background. Okay, and then I'm gonna go back into Design Space, and I just uploaded it from, it was in my download file, and I'm just gonna drag it over, select complex, and I always preview it just to make sure, and save it as a print and cut. But I already did that, so I'm gonna cancel out of this one. And I'm going to go to Uploads and select it and add to Canvas. So I'm just going to resize this. I'm also going to do an offset. Otherwise the letters would print out or cut out individually. So I'm just going to do an offset. And that looks good. And I'm just going to make it white. I'm not even sure what I'm going to use this for yet, but I just didn't want to waste space or iron-on material, right? And oops, I forgot to attach it. Now it's hard to grab the two, just the Erickson and offset. Hold on. Okay, so I'm just gonna attach it and flatten, and then resize it to 6.75 and maximize the space. And then I'm gonna select both of these and attach it, and then hide the box. Okay, I need to readjust. So it's 6.75 again. And then, so when you make it, there's two right now, but if it was just one, it would just be on one sheet. So I'm just gonna erase the new one. And then that looks good. We don't have to mirror. I'm just gonna go ahead and print it. I'm gonna print it out now, and I always add bleed and use system dialog. And it's always hiding in the back. And I don't have many options, but I'm just gonna make sure that it's on best and print. And so I'm going to use printable vinyl as my base material. And I'm going to go ahead and cut it out. Okay, so sorry about the light. I realize there's a shadow because I'm filming at night. But yeah, so the design looks good. I'm going to preheat my shirt. So I already have my Easy Press 2 and I set it for 350 degrees for 30 seconds. Don't got nothing left to say now. I'm running far away from your So I can see the crease down the middle pretty well. I'm just gonna peel this off. This one actually comes with like, what do you call this? They're already like those crack and seal backings where it's supposed to be easy to peel off, which is nice. I'm not gonna put his name on, just safety reasons, but I will find something to put this on later. I'm actually pretty impressed with the printing. The colors look good. Just gently peel this off. So it peeled off pretty well. I still see the crease. I think I'm just gonna put it right there, about 3 fingers down. So I'm going to just use one of these papers it came with, and let's do this. 350 for 30 seconds. So why the hell would you try to pull the wool over my eyes like I'm done? You're acting true. Okay, I'm just gonna let this cool off for a little bit. Okay, it's been a couple minutes. I'm gonna check it out. Okay, it looks good. Nothing's peeling off. I might want to do this just to make sure. It feels okay. Like, it has a little bit of a texture, but I guess that's it's nothing that different from the PPD. Yeah, I might just like do it for 15 seconds just to make sure. Okay, yeah, I think that really helped, that little bit of extra time. It really feels like it's stuck on there now. Yeah, okay, so that's cute. We're just doing this for fun, but yeah, I really like the design. I think it looks a lot more professional with that background that we put in, and I totally recommend that Etsy shop. But yeah, thanks for joining me, and I'll see you next week.